Hello everybody, what's up and welcome back. You're here with me, Shapeless, aka the Game Tamer, and for another in-depth game tutorial for Gigantic. Today we'll be covering Tyto the Swift. I don't know why it says Lord Knossos here, but this is Tyto. Clearly a very mobile champion. He's another assassin, much like Trip, but has a couple of different things that you guys will, I'm sure will notice very quickly. You have Talon, which is the melee attack combo, which is just slashing around with his sword. Powerful leaping attack in Swoop, which is his right click. You have your Q, which is basically Garen Spin from League of Legends, spinning attack that lets you move quickly, cooldown increase the longer it's performed. However, there's ways around that. Then you have Fang, which is you send out your little pet to attack, deals armor ignoring damage, and bleeds target for 5 seconds. He's actually a very, very good little mouse. But then you have your ultimate, which is rush forward in a blur, bleeding all enemies you pass through. So let's get in there. Alright, right click. There's your right click. Here's your Q. And here's your E. 30 little mouse. And he bites away at the people. But anyway. Alright, your increases for your basic attacks are hit build, crit chance, and focus 2 times faster. And your other way is a little bit more of a bleed option, which is your damage, you're dodging into your left thing, which is this. Actually causes a bleed. Attacks move further, automatically crit, and inflict bleeding, which is 40 damage, over 5 seconds, once every 8 seconds. That can occur. You can have it so that your dodge only deals extra damage if you hit the foe in the back or the side. And from there you can also do the dodging attacks hitting with Hidden Talon reduces the cooldown of your Q by 2 seconds. So it basically makes it so that dodging often, which is actually an ability for most assassins, you can actually reduce the amount of stamina that dodging costs. So it's not a bad idea for him. Or we have hitting an enemy with that Fang already hit, gives you 15 armor for 3 seconds. That's not bad. Or after hitting with Fang, you gain a higher crit chance and crit bonus plus 10% damage. That's actually really good. So that's probably the go-to ability, because most of the time you're going to start off with your E, and you'll figure that out once I give you my meta choice for E. Then we have Cut Down, inflicts 50% damage on targets below 50 health. Or you have Leap Farther and gives a speed boost, plus 33% speed boost for 5 seconds. Once with a it adds 3 seconds to the cooldown. Actually, no, it cuts 3 seconds off your right click cooldown, but you no longer attack when you land. I actually say that this is the meta choice because of what it goes into, which is Spin Cycle, which on use resets the cooldown of Blade Dance. Which is actually a very good cooldown to have, and you'll see why once I give you my Q meta choice as well. You can also have this cleanse debuffs and break free from disruption, stun, launch, interrupt, or being immobilized. This is actually a really good one as well. I honestly feel like his meta choice for this is just Swoop de Loop in general, and you choose which one you want from there. If you're not having that much of a problem with Spin Cycle and the cooldown's fine with you, go with Free as a Bird, because it will definitely help you in the long run. But if you can just kind of sit on people and you're not getting CC'd too much, I definitely recommend Spin Cycle. But we're going to read these anyway. So Cut Down inflicts plus 50% damage on targets below 50 health. 50% health. And then you have Rake, inflicts powerful bleed if you hit a bleeding foe. So it either increases the bleed or doubles bleeds. Like, bleeds actually happen again. Which is 75% damage a second for 3 seconds. Or 75 damage a second for 3 seconds. Or you can have damage increased to 100% on targets below 25% health. Killing an enemy resets the cooldown. That's another pretty good one. So that gives you another pretty decent amount of mobility if you want to go with the... if you want to keep your right click doing damage. Once again, it's just my personal preference of what I personally feel is the most helpful for an assassin in this game. Now let's go to Q. Move faster during Blade Dance. Not bad. or it inflicts bleeding on hit. Bleed stacks up to 10 times. 5 to 50 damage a second. This is actually really good, and it's actually my preferred. But we're gonna go check out Windborn first. Cooldown is set to 6 seconds and increases each time an enemy is hit, plus 35 seconds per hit. 35. I don't exactly know how to say that. 35ths of a second? 1/35th of a second every time you hit somebody. Or you can have reflect projectiles from front during Blade Dance, which is also another really good one. You can have Cyclone off of the bleed option, which hits in a 50% larger radius. Or, which is my personal favorite, if a foe reaches the maximum bleed stacks, then your left mouse click gains damage boost, which is plus 25% damage for 3 seconds. And it's not that hard to stack this up to 10 times, because I'm pretty sure if you stick on somebody with this, which is pretty easy to stick to people to, you can hit them, I think, almost 11 to 12 times. So it's really good. Then we have Mr. Fang here. On hit, deals 150 armor ignoring damage. On hit, slows enemies, or on hit, cracks armor. Once again, this is like utility if you need to get through armor and there's a lot of tanks or anything like that. Very much a go-to. But what I say is Unity. Teleport to the enemy Fang is attacking. You can do this for the entire duration that Fang is on somebody. So if you're on the 5th second of Fang attacking somebody and you want to teleport to him, you can teleport right to him as long as Fang has not come back to you yet. It gives you a large window of doing this. Upon teleporting, you can gain haste, or you can have it daze them, which is actually a really good option as well, and honestly my meta pick for the E. Then we have these, which are Swoop gives 15% stamina, which is your right mouse click, your dodge ability. You can Q, Blade Dance lasts 50% longer, or Fang travels farther and has a 33% reduced cooldown. This one's kind of up to you. It's dependent because you will be queuing fairly often. And if you're having a problem at getting your Q stack all the way up to 10, then I would say to probably take the 50% longer one. But if you're not, then I would honestly say probably go with Pet Projectile, because Pet Projectile once again gives you because it reduces it by 33%, it gives you that teleport more often. So it's a really good one. And then once again, you can still take Swoop, especially if you're running the cleanses debuff one, because that'll be really nice too. But anyways, guys, that is it for him. I will go over his passives really quick for his ultimate, which is just you get 15% basic attack damage from behind and after dodging, which is good. You can have your crit chance build faster, or you can have 10% damage reduction from the front while attacking, which is also good. You then also have plus 10% move speed, and sprinting drains stamina 25% slower. You can also lose all debuffs when you dodge, which is really good, once every 20 seconds though. And then faster stamina regen while in combat. Out of combat health regen starts 2 seconds sooner, which is pretty much a staple for most assassins. That one is once again very much like, I want to do this, I want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my build, which is this. We're going to go with Talon and Fang for your left mouse click. We're going to go with Swoop-de-Loop followed by Spin Cycle on your right mouse click. We're going to go with Bleed Dance and Deadly Dance on our Q. And we're going to go with Unity and Disruption on our E. We will then follow that up with Pet Projectile. And I will show you guys the fun mobility that is the fun and deadly mobility that is our boy Tyto here. So we throw our E, build up that, and then we go ahead back at it. Then we can do this, reset the Q, do it again. So we throw that, wait a little bit, Oh. Alright, then we go to this guy. Build our stacks on him. Say he ran away. Reset the queue. Queue again after we right-click to him. And we're gone. Oh, we did manage to hit that guy, but you guys get it. He's a very mobile, very, I'm going to stick to you assassin. And he's really good. He's a lot of fun. I suggest playing him, trying him out if you want. Once again, this game has so many likable heroes that I'm sure you'll pick more than one to play along with. If you don't, that's perfectly fine, because who doesn't want to build up ranks with one character and just be awesome with them? But that's it for my Tyto the Swift in-depth character tutorial. Hopefully I will see you guys again soon. Do not forget to whip that like and subscribe button into shape for me. It'd be a great help, and the support is wondrous, and all of that goes right back to me doing more of this and getting back into streaming as well soon. But once again, and as always, guys, thank you for all the love and support, and stay tame. I'm going to try to do the same, and I will see you all in the next one.